I don't even know what I'm doing. All right. Let me bring up my manager here really quick. And bring this up on my phone. And let me bring up my AI chatter. Okay, let's see. I've gotten a little tired of the Legend of Zelda stuff. I'll probably have to take it off the playlist tomorrow. All right. Does my sound seem synced even? Let me see. Yeah, that does seem reasonably well synced, so cool. Very good. All right. Let's hop over to whatever I was supposed to be doing. It was the Dynamo table, as I recall. So we're supposed to go to the access portal. I think I'll remember that name now. And so we'll go here. And I will choose a code. Let's see here. All right. Good, good. Okay, so here's Dynamo. So we're supposed to add a new table. So we have one for appointments. So now we're going to create one. So this one is going to be for comments. Let me sit down a little bit better. Comments, right? Primary key. I don't think I need that. I don't think I needed it in the other table either. Yeah, I don't think this sort key actually helps me in any way. Oh well. All right, so then in the lambda, let me take a look at these. So this one has these environment variables. And I want pretty much the same ones here. Configuration, right? Environment variables. Edit. So I'll have a Dynamo table, which in this case will now be called AquaVantage Comments. Then we'll choose email recipient. That'll be the same as before. And I'll choose a email sender, which again is the same as before. So it says that's updated, and it says that's created. So, what else am I missing? I think that might be enough. Let me think about it for a sec. Here, let me send this guy a message. AI, what is the difference between Dynamo DB and what should I ask it the difference between? Kentucky Fried Chicken. Do you think it knows the difference? Something tells me it might not. Oh, wait, I think it got it right. Okay, let's do this. A cloud database. Fried chicken. Huge difference, right? Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Let me ask it one more. AI, what is a fluffy, sleepy cat brain? Wow. Apparently it had some links in there, but they did get edited out. All right, so it's going to be pretty much the same as this, right? Let's see what happens. So I'm going to copy this. So this time it's going to say comment. And I'm going to put author. I think I've made a bunch of mistakes yesterday probably, but let's see. I'm going to put author and text. And get rid of the rest. Okay, so for author, I will put myself. And for text, I will put, this is my best comment. Okay, so now if I go like this, is it going to say 500? Well, let's see. I think I do need to add an execution role or something. Yep, okay, 500. 500 is what I thought. All right. Blocked by CORS policy, huh? Okay, so there's probably a few different things. Let's take a look. So I did something with the CORS policy before, and now I have to remind myself what it was. I think the CORS policy might be okay. Okay, so here it is. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay, CORS. Oh, interesting. So I never added the second site, I guess. Okay, let me add one. I didn't realize I hadn't added that. Is that going to work? Okay, well, let's see what it says now then. Looks exactly the same, but maybe it wasn't updated yet. I don't think that's the only problem, though, anyway. Oh, wait, I have a slash on the end of this one. Why is that? Because it sure wasn't supposed to. Oh, because of the way I pasted it in. So add that, get rid of that one. Okay. All right. So updated, let's hit it again. Okay, so now it just says 500. Okay, so now I think that should be in the lambda, and it probably is going to say that I need to add the permission role or whatever. I think I'm probably at that point. So if we go to monitor and we view the log, oh gosh, the log. Let's take a look. Runtime exit area error. Oh, that doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good at all. Runtime version provided, AL 2023 V117. Huh. It looks to me like I very likely built it wrong. So I would have seen that if I'd just run any simple test. Yep. So it's not built correctly. So I put cgo GoOS equals Linux, GoArch equals ARM. No. This looks helpful, right? So I was thinking it was probably ARM64 because that was something that I had up yesterday. I think it was here. So ARM64 right there. So I think if I just change it, I mean, I've been thinking this for like 5 minutes now, but I think if I just change it to ARM64, then that message will go away. This one, bad syscall. Let's try it. Okay, so I'll upload the updated code. All right, so now we'll hit test again, like before. Okay. Okay, so that's different. So now let's hit it again from here. $500. Let's see the log. If I, excuse me. If I keep practicing and drilling, I think I'll get quite a bit better at some of this stuff. Okay, so I did send that. Oh, here we go. Access denied. This is what I was expecting earlier, right? So let me go to this other one. And it has some permissions on it somewhere. Is that in configuration? Permissions? It should have something for putting something into Dynamo. I don't see that yet. At least I don't think so. Yeah, it's right here. DynamoDB put item. Wonder why it didn't show it here. Wait, does it show it? Okay, well it is here. Allow DynamoDB put item. And we'll also have to allow SES send email. I believe that I can copy those exactly because it's really the same thing. And as a matter of fact, can I set this same exact role on the other one? That's possible. Let's take a look. So we're going to find the role. Okay, so now let's edit. And can I choose this other role instead? Let's see what it says. Okay, it says updated, so that's good. So I think it's better maybe if they have the same role. For now, at least. Okay, so let's hit it again. Okay, so it still says 500, so we're not there yet. Okay. So no, the exact same role won't work because I completely did not pay attention to an important detail. It's the wrong table for one thing. Okay, so they do need to be different roles because they're working on different tables. So let me go here. So this is comment post, view role document. So now let's edit. So we're going to take, so I think we want to take this, no. New role, no. I think we want to go back to its original role and then go ahead and edit that role. Okay. Interesting. So is this what I did on the other one? I do like me some ClickOps. Okay, so here's this one. Appointment function role. I think I just edited the document right there. So let's edit. Okay. So all that is fine. So now let's do a new one. Effect. Allow. Action. DynamoDB. Put item. Resource. And then we choose the table. I've got a bunch open now. So we go find the table that we want. It's not under favorites. Let's put this one under favorites as well. Yeah, right here. Okay. Okay, so here's the ARN. And we put that there. Okay, cool. So then let's do the one for the emails. And then here we had 3 resources listed. So let me look at how it was here again, or wherever I had been looking at it before. So it listed these 3. So the domain that we're going to send the email from, the address we're going to send the email to, and a configuration set for some reason. I still don't know why, but I'll just add it. Okay, so if I go next, what's it say? And then, was there anything else? So I put SES send email. Okay, that seems fine. So it says, define some actions, resources, or conditions that do not provide permissions. Well, that doesn't sound right. That being said, these do look like the right permissions, so let's save. Okay, so that's a Lambda basic execution role. So now if we look at the Lambda again, this is the role that it has. Okay, save. All right, let's hit it again. Okay. Wait, where is it? So, so something, it came back null. But 200, right? Okay. Great. So now let's see if it was added to the dynamo. I don't know if I'm gonna do the get comments function today, but I might have time to do a good chunk of it. Okay, let me just close all these. All right, so view table. So in theory, in theory, I should have received an email. Damn. I did receive an email, but it did not contain the data. That's bad. Meditative raising BJ? Meditative. Whoa! Raising. Meditative raising BJ. Oh my goodness. Thank you for sharing your wonderful username with the chat. That's actually fantabulous. Meditative raising BJ. That's great. So, okay, so let me look in my code and see if or actually, let's look in the logs first, because I did mess that up. Not a big surprise. A disappointment, but not a big surprise, because I'm not very experienced with this stuff. I'm learning as I go. All right, so we did this. Let's see the log. Okay. So it said sent email. Good. So let's see here. So it came in like this. Author. Yeah, I think I do recall what I messed up. It was something super obvious. Yep, right here. I think that was it. I didn't realize it at the time, but in the back of my mind, I guess I remembered having messed that up. Okay, so we build again. Okay, easy peasy. So now we'll go ahead and upload again. Okay. Okay, so it says the function is updated. So that's neat. So I'm going to try sending one again. And of course, let's use a different text this time. So author will be meditative raising BJ. Okay, I'm not going to put the literal comment there. AI, can you suggest a revision to the comment about the quote-unquote best viewers? Okay, let's tweak that. Okay, sure, yeah, that's good. So I'm gonna copy that. Okay, so I'll send that, and we'll see if an email comes in. So I did receive the email last time, but oh wait. Oh yeah, okay, so it worked. There it is. Oh. So there it is. So I got the email. Great. Is it gonna focus? Not very well. I've had this webcam for quite a while. I think it's not like high quality exactly, but it's pretty okay. I've had it since before the freaking pandemic lockdown, I think. So anyway, so that's good. I don't think the comment was readable, but yeah, it's there. So the text is there. So let's see if it's in the Dynamo table. If the email was sent, then I'm guessing it's probably in the Dynamo table as well. So let's go confirm. Explore items. Oh yeah, it's right there. Okay. Fine by me. Well, you know, that would be a good place to commit, I think. Let's see. What is the ESY? It's something to do with ESLint or something. Huh. Doesn't look like there's much there. OPAM? This is a mistake. I think I had ESY probably for trying to work with Reason ML. I actually found Reason ML rather hard to work with myself, but maybe it would be worth another look at some point. I mean, there were certainly interesting ideas there. I found it weirdly hard to work with. Like, especially compared to like Elm, right? Like Elm versus Reason ML. Reason ML, I didn't find it easy to work with, whereas Elm is just a pure joy. Anyway, I think Reason ML would be worth another look. So let's put that into the git ignore. Okay. Let me put a git keep in the other one. Touch lambda comment get git keep. Okay, that's better. And I'm okay with that. So let's add everything. You know what? I don't need to add that quick example -file.html. Wait. Lambda. Did I mess that up? Okay, so all right, is this everything we want here? I think so. Renamed. We made some copies. Okay. Add the function for saving a comment to the database with email Noti. All right, I think that's okay. So that's that. I want to spend about 10 more minutes. So I guess the only thing that makes sense now is to move over to the comment get function. So this one is going to be a bit different. So first of all, let's copy everything from comment post. Okay, so now let's look in this main Go. I'm probably not going to finish this. I'm not necessarily expecting to finish this. When getting comments, I do not want to do an email at all. So we won't do those. I don't need a UID either. This will be the same. This will be the same. Actually, event might be the same. So we won't use the email. I think that part is okay. We won't use the email. So let's see. This one, making a dynamo string. It's not going to be like that. So it's going to be more like get dynamo string to do. This should get strings from the table. Okay, so, and so then this is going to be get comments. Let's see here. Input. So we're not going to do that. We're getting items from DynamoDB. So this is going to be entirely different. Well, let's see. So I'm going to have to look. So what's the DynamoDB thing? It's AWS SDK Go v2, AWS SDK Go v2, Dynamo. Let's take a look. Okay, this looks good. So now if we come up here, what have we got going? So it's going to be one of these get item. We want to be getting multiple items at once. Transact get items? Shoot. Batch get item. Batch get item paginator. Get item. transact get items. Okay, let's start with get item. Let's see what this one looks like. The get item operation returns a set of attributes for the item with the given primary key. If there's no matching item, get item does not return any data, and there will be no item element in the response. It might be more like a scan or something. Let's see what the scan says. Returns one or more items and item attributes by accessing every item in a table or a secondary index. Yeah, I think this is what we want. I think that when we do this initially, we are going to get every comment at once. To have DynamoDB return fewer items, you can provide a filter expression operation. Is that one of the options, I guess? Yeah, let's read the rest of this. So this is the scan. We pass in a context, cool. A scan input, we're going to need that. Options, a scan output comes out, and an error. The scan operation returns one or more items and item attributes by accessing every item in a table or a secondary index. To have DynamoDB return fewer items, you can provide a filter expression operation. If the total size of scanned items exceeds the maximum dataset size limit of 1 megabyte, the scan completes and results are returned to the user. The last evaluated key value is also returned, and the requester can use the last evaluated key to continue the scan in a subsequent operation. Could be useful, right? All right, so each scan response also includes number of items that were scanned count, as part of the request. If using a filter expression, a scan result can result in no items meeting the criteria, and the count will result in 0. If you did not use a filter expression in the scan request, then count is the same as scanned count. Okay, cool. Oh, sorry. All right, count and scanned count only return the count of items specific to a single scan request, and unless the table is less than 1 megabyte, do not represent the total number of items in the table. Let me choose something here. Something to make it fun. Let me try the, what is the rainbow color cycling? Let's have a look at that one. I don't recall that one. I did turn it on. Does it not match this? What does it match? Make the text color cycle randomly. It says it's supposed to match. There it is. No, where is it? Scan, 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 scan. Going back to where I was. I totally lost where I was. Scan, right here. Okay, cool. All right, random color cycling. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, that's an older style. Whoa. Okay. All right, it makes it a little more fun. Let's see. Oh, there's not a lot here. All right, so let's see. Count and scanned count only return the count of items specific to a single scan request, and unless the table is less than 1 megabyte, do not represent the total number of items in the table. Okay. A single scan operation first reads up to the maximum number of items set if using the limit parameter, or a maximum of 1 megabyte of data, and then applies any filtering to the results if a filter expression is provided. If last evaluated key is present in the response, pagination is required to complete the full table scan. For more information, see paginating the results in the Amazon DynamoDB developer guide. That makes it so hard for me to read. Oh my gosh. Okay. A single scan operation first reads up to the maximum number of items set if using the limit parameter, or a maximum of 1 megabyte of data, and then applies any filtering to the results if a filter expression is provided. Okay. If last evaluated key is present in the response, pagination is required to complete the full table scan. Okay. Gotcha. For more information, see paginating the results in the Amazon DynamoDB developer guide. Okay. Scan operations proceed sequentially. However, for faster performance on a large table or secondary index, applications can request a parallel scan operation by providing the segment and total segments parameters. For more information, see parallel scan in the Amazon DynamoDB developer guide. Okay. By default, a scan uses eventually consistent reads when accessing the items in a table. Therefore, the results from an eventually consistent scan may not include the latest item changes at the time the scan iterates through each item in the table. If you require a strongly consistent read of each item as the scan iterates through the items in the table, you can set the consistent read parameter to true. Strong consistency only relates to the consistency of the read at the item level. Okay, I gotta read it black. By default, a scan uses eventually consistent reads when accessing the items in a table. Okay. Therefore, the results from an eventually consistent scan may not include the latest item changes at the time the scan iterates through each item in the table. If you require a strongly consistent read of each item as the scan iterates through the items in the table, you can set the consistent read parameter to true. Strong consistency only relates to the consistency of the read at the item level. Okay. DynamoDB does not provide snapshot isolation for a scan operation when the consistent read parameter is set to true. Thus, a DynamoDB scan operation does not guarantee that all reads in a scan see a consistent snapshot of the table when the scan operation was requested. So that sounds perfect. So obviously, by the sound of it, it will work 100% perfect for our needs, which is reading comments. So I'm going to take 5 minutes and come back, and I'm going to move on to the next thing that I'm supposed to be working on. So, surprise, I decided I don't want to move on to the next thing after all. So, I'll come back bright and early, so I'm just going to make a quick message here. I'm going to just say that I'm coming back in the morning. Okay. I am logging off for now, but I will plan to resume bright and early in the morning at 5. Okay. Let me pick somebody to raid and I'll hop off.
Welcome in. I don't know. Hello.
Oh, here's one. Okay, perfect. Tin Bears, it says. So I'm going to go raid. Tin Bears. It's not a VTuber this time. He is showing his face. I'm going to hit start raid. It looks like he's using... Let me mute him. He's doing game dev. Looks pretty rad. I don't recognize like if he's using some game engine, but other people probably recognize whatever it is. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that.